Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm wielding a magic sword made of tits. Yeah.
It's that South Park episode where Kenny gets addicted to sniffing cat butt.
It's more like a Japanese anime where it's like where Let's Fighting Love is playing and
As
also,
opposed to all those animes made elsewhere.
and Rick and the Two Crows. That one too.
Which Rick are we talking about?
Rick and Morty.
What two crows? Never mind.
There's an anime spoof of Rick with two crows on his shoulder, and he does anime bullshit.
We're watching a sword and sorcery movie from 1983.
Boy, howdy is it!
It's got a 4.6. Boy, howdy does it. And it's called Deathstalker.
How does this have a 4.6?
A lone warrior nicknamed Deathstalker.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just
it's his name.
No one calls him anything else ever. He's just Deathstalker.
It's Joe Deathstalker.
He popped out. His mom named him Deathstalker.
No, his name is Joe Deathstalker.
No, his name is Death. His first name is Death. His last name is Stalker.
No, but and his nickname is Deathstalker.
And he's sent by a witch on a quest to find a sword, a chalice, and an amulet, two of which are held by the wicked king and sorcerer Munkar.
The fucking worst names ever in this fucking
Deathstalker, the last great warrior king, and I can say right away, some of that is a lie.
Like half of that is a lie.
The cover is great.
It's essentially like a D&D.
It's like
novel.
a Boris Vallejo painting of some like He-Man looking guy fighting a big
D&D
ogre.
handbook picture.
Yeah, it's like from AD&D. You'd expect to see this in like the player's manual of D&D or something.
For real, that I'll give them. They nailed that fucking picture.
All the covers in this series, all the covers in this series are awesome.
Yeah, honestly, there's
like if this was on the front of like a novel, like Greyhawk or Dark Sun or something, I'd pick up the novel in the used bookstore and read it immediately.
But fuck yeah, if I saw a handbook with this cover on it, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll check this shit out. Why not? Fucking modules.
But let's jump right into Deathstalker.
Deathstalker Stalker and his exploits into the fantasy world of D&D.
Journey to an age of great kingdoms. An age of awesome magic. An age of terrifying evil. Where one man sought the key to the ultimate power. He was the man they called Deathstalker.
Reunite the three powers. You will be the power.
A brave man could get inside Munkar's castle and kill him.
If he can capture the amulet of life, he will rule the world. But an evil wizard stands in his path. And to the victor, a beautiful princess. The greatest challenge. The greatest adventure. the most legendary hero of them all, the man they called Deathstalker, the last great warrior king. Starring Richard Hill and Bobby Bennett.
Okay, so this movie starts, oddly enough, with purple cavemen?
It starts with a bunch of gremlins jumping through a hole in the wall.
It's just
Behind
these cavemen
credits.
They're jumping, these cavemen jumping through holes. They look kind of like, if you've ever seen Power Rangers
one
Mystic
after
Force,
another.
they look like the weird troll goblin man from that.
Putties. They look like putties.
I was gonna, like, there's some character in a not good season of Power Rangers.
But yeah, they're all just fucking jumping through the hole one after another.
Yeah. To, like, weird synthesizer music.
Yes. And,
It's,
yeah, they start to chase down a dude and
It
ambush
looks
him.
less like a movie and more like the beginning to a Rush music video.
Kinda, yeah. I could totally see this, like, fucking facilitating some sort of 80s hair metal band.
Or like the Eurythmics are gonna start singing.
Yeah. Fucking, even, like, I could come up with some crazy fucking, like, songs to, like, actually play over this. Like, I'm sure there's, like, some shit from the Gaylords I could play over this, or the Crew Cuts, or something, you know?
Or Iron Maiden.
Or just, yeah, sure. Any Iron Maiden song could be played over this, and it would work just as well. Like, you could put this movie on and just fucking put on, like, the latest, like, Iron Maiden album.
And while you're waiting for the next attack, better stand, there's no turning back.
Or Megadeth, even.
Oh, yes.
Like, anything.
Or Sabaton. Definitely Sabaton.
Oh, yeah, Sabaton, fucking Armored Saint. Pretty much anything.
Actually, no, judging by the quality of this movie, Dragon Force.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't deserve anything better than
most
Dragon.
fitting of them, but at the same time, if you did do, like, if you gave it, like, one step beyond, sure, it works. But it deserves less.
This movie's main claim to fame on the poster is it features Playboy Playmate Barbie Benton as Princess Codile.
Oh, that explains all the tits.
Yeah.
And also it says, Journey to an Age of Awesome... Grimoire? Lore?
Grimlore? Let me have a look.
Grimlore? Grimdark?
Journey into an age
lore?
of awesome Journey to an age of awesome magic, the might of the sword, the evil of the sorcerer. Sword and the sorcerer. I mean Deathstalker.
Deathstalker and the story of Great Warrior King.
The last great warrior king.
Fucking, oh god, what does this remind me of? Oh yeah, that's right, Ator. This is essentially a fucking Ator movie.
That's gotta suck when this feels like a ripoff of Ator when Ator itself is a ripoff of Conan.
Or Legacy of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Well,
Legend of Sir Gawain.
This didn't even have an entertaining Sean Connery.
Yeah, I said like it, not it is.
So, the cavemen are attacking some guy in a furry coat and his woman, his girlfriend.
No, it's not his girlfriend. No, it's some, like, he's a bandit. They're attacking him, and he kidnapped a girl from the village. Okay? And he's attempting to rape her, and the goblins kill him before... no, they don't... Wait, do they kill him? No,
they're going to kill him, but he gets his sword and they fight. Then Stalker comes in, and he kills the goblins. And the man's like, hey, thanks,
Get
man.
out
And he's
of here,
like, no,
Stalker.
don't thank me. I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he kills
shows up. Well, like, he shows up, like, fucking literally out of nowhere. They round a corner, and it's just like, there's a horse there, and he's just like, that's my horse.
Yeah,
like,
he
for
stole
no
it.
fucking reason.
I just found out there's 4 of these.
Yeah, I just found out there's 4 of these movies. That's my horse right there. You're a fucking horse.
Because there's Deathstalker, the last great warrior king. Deathstalker, the battle isn't over yet. Deathstalker 3, the warriors from hell. And Deathstalker 4, Match of the Titans.
You're fucking serious right now?
Yeah, I guess he's going to get to watch all of them. So yeah, he kills the bandit. He makes
kills
out
all
with
the goblins first, and then he kills the bandit, because the bandit goes like, "Oh, I grabbed a woman from the village and a bunch of gold or whatever. Take it all." It's like,
Okay.
I will, and he fucking stabs him.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. And then he frees the girl because he's a cool guy.
I don't know how to tell you this.
Starts to make out with her.
Deathstalker 3.
What?
2.8.
Nice!
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah! I can't wait to watch that one. Yeah. So, back to this one, because this was a nightmare fuckfest. Okay.
Indeed.
So he stabs a knife into the tree, and then he picks up her arms and like cuts the ropes, starts making out with her, and then out of the fucking blue ether, okay, fucking Professor Oak spontaneously shows up behind him and goes, "What is your name? Are you a boy or a girl?" And he goes like, "Just wait for me outside. I'm kind of in the middle of something over here." And then the girl just fucks off.
Yeah. So he goes to the people, not pleased for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'm not pleased for obvious reasons.
He eats a dog, and he's tasked with saving, getting this king his kingdom back, because he was somehow overwhelmed by some guy called Moondark or Mandark.
It was Munkar.
Munkar. I just called him Mondane because he looks like Mondane from Ultima.
He does, yeah. No, you're right. Except with a shittier tattoo on his face and no hair.
Mondane has no hair and no tattoo.
Exactly.
Mondane just kind of looked like Ming the Merciless from Flash Gordon.
Merrick, tattoo is better than a shitty tattoo.
This is true. Yes, nothing beats a shitty tattoo.
No tattoo is better than having a shitty tattoo.
True.
Like, this is fair. This is
phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, give me my kingdom back. All right, cool. How much are you gonna pay me? I don't have any money.
I live out in the forest. I'm a fucking king of the trees.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. My crown is made of rocks. So there's some
I want to say something here.
All right.
The trees are my only friends. They talk to me and they cannot lie.
Trees Hulk friend.
He's essentially fucking Radagast.
He's not that high.
Are you sure?
So some general Kang the Conqueror is he's attacking some witch's house.
Yeah, just some random old bag fucking attacking her, and she's got a staff, and she ends up turning into a fucking snake with the power of shitty editing, just like fucking Ator.
Yeah. Or Moses.
No, it's the shitty powers of Ator. This doesn't.
Her name is
This does need Jesus, though.
Her name is Toralva.
And
Kang's like, hey, give me the sword. She's like, no, can't have the sword. And then they're at an impasse.
But I know where to get a sword, though. I know where it is, though. It's up in this fucking cave over here.
Give me the sword. Tell me where the sword is. No,
but it's up in this cave, though.
Well, she doesn't tell him.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's king. Tell me where the sword is.
Also, he turns out to be Monkar.
Yeah, he's Munkar who turns into Kang for no reason.
Teleport
What's the point of having a general if you're your own general? What's the point of delegating and shapeshifting?
Yeah, you become a Kongamongus Mongtar.
The actor who plays Kang is Victor Bow, who is known for luchador movies.
Really now? Cool. Okay. Also, yeah, Monkar can turn into a fucking bird, apparently.
Yep. So Deathstalker shows up and
This
kills
is our
the
villain,
soldiers.
ladies and gentlemen.
Monkey Kang, King Kong runs away.
King Kong runs away in the shape of a bird.
And
Wonderful.
The witch is like, all right, you go get the magic sword.
Also, it's one of 3 powers. Munkar holds 2 of them.
The amulet
he holds
and the
goblet and
chalice.
amulet. If you have the amulet, you cannot die. Which brings me to wonder, why the fuck are people trying to go up against Munkar then, if he has a fucking amulet of immortality?
I don't know. Why'd you go after Mondane and Ultima when he has the Gem of Immortality, which he stole from his brother?
Well, you teleport back in time, I think, to take it to kill him before he gets it, right?
Yes. And
exactly. So that's logic.
Using a time machine and a phaser, you kill him.
Yeah, exactly. At least
This Ultima's freaking stupid.
At least that makes more fucking sense than this fucking movie here.
So he goes. He's like, I don't want to get the sword. She's like, too bad, you have to. It's in the script.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, all right, cool.
And also, the sword need to be given to a child who is also not a child. And with the 3 powers, you can do anything. You will be the power.
So they have to give a child that is not a child. So they have to give the sword to Chris Chan.
Either that or Macaulay Culkin.
So they.
I just want to let that simmer for a second, because that's fucking genius on my part. Come on.
That is genius on your part. So he goes to the cave, and he's like, "Hey, I want the sword." And the goblin's like, "No, you can't have the sword." See that big guy there? He's got the sword. So
and also he has a fucking hammer.
So Deathstalker kills the big guy who has the hammer, and
no, he doesn't kill him. He just pokes at him and cuts off his chains and little accoutrements, and he runs away.
This big guy was someone memorable. I can't even remember if he was human or goblin.
No, he was a big gobbledygoo, and he runs away afterwards. And because the sword gave after the little gobbledygoo throws the sword at him. He goes, "Here, catch, fucking Ator." He grabs it, and then he uses the power basically because it makes him feel so fucking cock heavy that he just beats him about the head and he runs away.
Cut through chains and rocks and steel.
Yeah.
And then the sword turns him into a little boy, and so he leads the goblin out of the cave.
And then the goblin falls in the water and becomes real man.
He becomes a real boy and...
Old man! Oh, shit.
I think his name's Garget.
Oh, sorry.
He says, I used to be, a cool warrior. Or maybe he's Salmaron. I don't know. Either Garget or Salmaron. So I used to...
Gargamel.
Salmaron. His name is Salmaron. So I used to be a handsome warrior.
Fucking name.
I used to be a handsome warrior, but I was in this cave for 30 years. And it's like, handsome. It's like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. My point, my argument...
The beholder showed up right now and fucking killed both of them.
Though my argument is like, I thought you said you were handsome. It's like, I've been stuck in a cave for 30 years.
I'm an old fucking dumb shit. I'm dumpy now. What do you want?
So they go to the castle. Yeah. They meet up with some guy with a scimitar called Ogress, who is fighting bandits and is played by the best actor in the movie, Richard Brooker.
Yeah, and more bandits are trying to rape another girl.
And Richard
Ator kills 3 of them.
And then
Joe
Ogress
Ator, Deathstalker.
Ogress kills the rest, and you may know Richard Brooker as Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 3.
Uh-huh.
Then,
Also, he kills one of them with what is essentially the Great Sword follow-up from DS2. Mm. You know the one where you do the big Great Sword slam, and then you rear backwards and pull the thing up from behind you and slam the guy up.
Never played Dark Souls.
If you play Dark Souls 2, you'll know what I mean. If you get the Great Sword or whatever, it's a pretty.
I'm unlikely to. I played a bit of Dark Souls 1 and didn't really like it.
Merrick, not all of these are for you. Some of these are for the viewers.
Oh, fair enough.
So,
but
anyway.
just to say, I didn't even get out of the prison because I disliked the controls so much.
Honestly, yeah, Dark Souls 2 is my least favorite of any of the DS games, or DS-type games.
Can you imagine Dark Souls on a DS?
Wow, that would be fucking... Oh. I can't even imagine.
Well, this is going on. Princess Cadil is captured and thrown into the harem where she steals everybody's chicken.
Give me the chicken! Arr, arr, arr.
I felt that needed to be addressed.
No, it's good. It's very good.
Say,
she steals all the concubine chicken.
Yeah, Princess, you're making a lot of allies right now.
I'm gonna make another reference here that nobody's probably gonna think of coming, but
okay.
Arise, chicken, arise.
Did you say arise, chicken, arise, or arise, chicken of rice?
Arise, chicken. Arise, chicken.
It's gonna go home and eat chicken and rice. The angry video game nerd is here.
Merrick,
yeah.
would you like some rice in a bowl?
Yes, I'd like some rice in a bowl.
Would you like some rice in a bowl? Or are you really thinking of some bowls of rice? Would you like some cornflakes?
We gotta get on with this. This movie's only 40 minutes now.
Oh, God.
An hour
No,
and 20.
who gives a fuck? This is beautiful. This is amazing. Let's keep it going.
He teams up with Ogress, who has a scimitar, and
they hear a noise out in the forest,
Kyra,
and
like
Ogress is like, "Oh, is that a spirit?" And fucking Joe Deathstalker Ator goes, "Spirits don't make noise." It's like
maybe this one does.
Oh yeah, ghosts don't moan.
They meet a topless blonde barbarian lady with a sword.
She's in like black robes, and they don't realize that she's a lady at first because the robes are covering her tatas and her face and her hair.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a lady though. I was like, this is Samus Orion bullshit right here.
She and Deathstalker get together pretty quickly. They're going to participate in this big tournament at Munkar's castle.
The tournament of heroes.
I love that this anime has the character introduction, the quest for the magic sword, and the tournament all jammed into one.
Exactly. Into the first 30 minutes.
I don't think I've seen a story more condensed since Akira.
No, Akira spans it out a little bit. You know, there's other stuff that happens in Akira. It's like some people, they think about it as like, oh yeah, it's literally just like they have like the biker gang shit, and then it's the school shit, and then it's
saying that
and then
in
it's
the movie,
the Tetsuo fucking going full fucking
I'm just saying
blob monster.
That in the anime it condenses stuff. It condenses stuff quite heavily from the 5,000-page phone book-sized manga.
Well, yeah, the movie does condense everything in a nice, neat package, but that's because that's what it's supposed to do.
True, but I think a series would have benefited it more.
Which is why they might end up making like some sort of fucking Netflix series or something of Akira one day. Who knows?
Oh, because that works so well for Death. That worked so well for Death Note, even though it's impossible to make Death Note interesting.
I didn't say it did. But I am saying that it could work because, I mean, hell, we're going to get a Sandman series eventually one of these days.
I didn't like Death Note.
Yeah. What, the Netflix series or the actual show?
The actual thing.
Okay,
it's like, my life sucks, I'm rich, and everyone loves me, and I'm a super genius, and everyone wants to sleep with me. I hate my life. I'm like, shut up. Shut up, you utterly... Like... He's so unrelatable.
It's not for everybody, Merrick. Not everybody's gonna like Death Note. Like I wouldn't even like tell my mom to watch Death Note because it's like it's the type of thing that I feel like she would be like so fucking like far indisposed from.
Watching it
indisposed
once,
rather.
and I could not get through the opening for season 1. It's so cringy.
Well, it's fucking Maximum the Hormone.
It's not good.
It's fucking Maximum the Hormone in like full on fucking like early aughts like anime glory. It's like you were either there or you weren't, Merrick. You can't jump on now.
All the people get together and go to the temple.
It's too late for you.
Everyone goes to Monkar's castle to do the to do the tournament.
They're like, not even there to do the tournament, man. They're there to drink, gamble, and fucking and hump.
And eventually do the tournament. But they're all there. Kyra, Kyrie, Kiara, whatever.
Drink, gamble, eat, and hump, rather. I forgot about that one.
She's staked out Deathstalker as hers, and she's sitting on him all the time.
Uh-huh. Because he's not going to fuck anybody else.
Well, that she knows it.
Also, the old man was watching them, and he was like, yes, I approve of this. While they were fucking at the campsite. Also, she was giving him the fuck me eyes big time.
Oh, yeah. So they're all drinking.
Before the princess steals
Munkar's like, we see all the fighters. There's some, like, spaz with a Viking hat and a knife hand. There's a pig man who has
That's me.
What, the
Little
pig
do
man
you know,
or
I was
the
actually cast, the Viking guy, I was actually cast in this movie as the spastic Viking knife hand man.
Then we have Nelson come in with his pig head and flail necklace.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Merrick. This is Nelson, sorry. Fuck. Who are you then? Where are you in this?
I don't know, I'm probably the grumpy old king sitting in the forest eating a dog. I don't know. I don't think I'm in this movie.
So you would like some rice in a bowl if you're eating dogs?
You asked me if I want rice in a bowl, and I already said yes.
Oh god, I'm terrible. Okay, let's stop this right now. Honestly, also the pig man, like the fact that Pigsy's over here just like reminded me of like how fucking harsh like berserk they wanted to be. You know, they wanted to actually be like hardcore and berserk like.
I found it funny that
it's super funny. You can't take it seriously.
I found it funny that obviously a flail would show up in this because it's a movie we're watching.
Yeah, exactly.
But it never gets used.
Yeah.
It's just his necklace.
Yeah, exactly. Just he swears one as a fucking necklace.
Chekhov's flail. He goes to do bad things to the princess. The king's Munkar's like, and we will decide with this tournament whether my kingdom will be ruled by good or evil. And some like big Arnold Schwarzenegger guy gets up and says, evil!
Yeah, the guy who was mud wrestling with these two bitches.
And then Merman comes in and goes, evil!
Yep. He actually does. He comes in. He makes a guest appearance in this 80s movie.
Well, Ernest Borgnine was alive in the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
He was Cabby.
Of course he was. But yeah, anyway, so Pigman wants to take the bride, and everybody starts fighting, but Joe Ator, Deathstalker, man.
He beats them all.
Yeah, he beats them all, and he saves Princess.
Munkar uses magic to turn his henchman into the princess.
I'm like... I go, wait!
Wouldn't it be easier to just
work?
Hey, Munkar, maybe it might be easier to just mind control the princess?
Yeah. I mean, like, it seems like a better idea, especially since your henchman is gonna basically get, like, ass blasted to the point where he needs therapy, probably, by the end of this fucking scene.
And he sends his henchman in this disguise to...
Yeah, and he tells him explicitly, hey,
murder him.
Here's this knife, and also, don't try to kill him while he's holding the sword. Don't.
Oh, the sword looks like something you could find in any Halloween store.
Yeah, but he's like, while he's holding the sword, you can't kill him. Don't even fucking try, you fucking dumb shit. Of course, what does he try to do? He tries to stab him while he's holding the sword.
Doesn't work. And then Kyra...
Guess what, Merrick? Doesn't work.
Kyra gets murdered. He lets
by the girl, though. The
henchman
henchman gets murdered by the girl. He kicks him out of the room. Ator kicks him out of the room, and the girl kicks his ass.
And then she gets stabbed with the knife anyway.
Yeah, but she's only slightly wounded. This has no bearing on the plot.
Kyra is dead.
Is she dead?
Yeah, she's dead.
What?
She is. I can't remember if
I thought she just got hurt.
No, she's full dead.
Fucking what?
Yes.
She died off camera?
She dies off camera because they needed to make room for Deathstalker to end up with Princess Cadil. So the much cooler badass.
He doesn't even end up with her though.
No.
It was forced fucking contrived bullshit.
Yes.
I hate this movie more now.
Yes.
I didn't think it was possible, but I do. This is fucking garbage.
So they have the tournament. There's a lot of pointless fighting. Ogress and Deathstalker win. Ogress gets tortured on a wheel.
Deathstalker wins. Fatality.
Ogress gets tortured on a wheel. And it's like, dude, Munkar, why are you doing this? I
love
you
this scene.
Deathstalker.
Can I talk about this for 2 seconds? I want to talk about this for 2 fucking seconds.
Can I just point out that Munkar's really bad at torturing if Ogress doesn't even seem to care. And
he has him on the fucking torture rack, right? He's got him on this fucking torture wheel,
and he just seems mildly
he's not even he's not tied to the floor and having like his arms stretched, you know? No, he's tied to the wheel, and he's flexed over the wheel basically.
And the wheel go round.
And the wheel go round, okay, and his feet, okay, are not tied to nothing. So like they're just dangling, okay? The whole point of a torture wheel is that you tie the person's feet to the ground, okay, and you're spinning their arms around the wheel, thus stretching their back by their legs.
Contrarily, you have them over like on the rim of the wheel.
Yeah,
and it's rotating, but into and then out of water.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's another way of doing it.
You can't just You can't just strap them to a wheel and spin them around.
Like this guy has no fucking semblance of torture.
He has this. Can you address Munkar's tattoo for a second?
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the fucking Quetzalcoatl on his face.
It looks like if you've ever gone to like a fishing store, like with the sells fishing lures and stuff, and seen one of those like night crawler lures. It's the worm with all the little dangly things. Or heck, even like if you've ever gone to one of those gotcha machines.
Yeah, I was going to say
gummy
slappy
hands.
It looks like a fucking gotcha machine little gummy hand that just got slapped on his fucking face.
Or if
it's a little snake. Like it's just fucking attached to his fucking head now.
It's like one of his minions left it on his desk by accident, and then he fell asleep in the gummy worm.
No, one of his minions literally just slingshotted it into his head, and he didn't notice. He was like, "What's that?" And they turned around, and like nobody wanted to tell him that's actually attached to his face, so they all just silently snickered and said, "Oh no, it's nothing." And he just left it there.
Because there are no mirrors.
That's how gangster he is.
So
I want to talk about this wheel though, just one more second.
Yeah,
because this fucking, even though he's not actually like really stretched over the fucking thing properly, you know, like because of course fucking Munkar's a fucking montard, okay? He asks him. He goes,
"You combine
are
the
you
two
comfortable?"
words.
He goes, "Are you comfortable there, Ogerin, whatever the fuck your name is?" And
Jason
he goes,
Voorhees.
"I am not."
It's like, are you comfortable? No. Well, you're being tortured, so I'm assuming that's the point.
He's like, I am not comfortable. And he's like, oh, come now, like, take your torture like a man. And he's like, oh, but is this any way to treat the man that brought you, Joe Deathstalker Ator? It's like, you're quite right, actually. I will let you down. He just fucking lets him down normal, you know. Like, this is when we realize his feet aren't even tied, because he just, the second he hits the ground, he's able to just walk the fuck off of it. And then he goes like, here, take this sword, and, go kill Ator. And, he's like, okay, I think I can do that. He's like, but his sword is magical, so you have to get the sword away from him somehow. He's like, I will do that. He's like, I will kill him. So then he goes to his room. Yeah.
They fight with they fist fight, and Deathstalker wins anyway.
Yeah, he like snaps his neck as he's trying to reach for the sword, which at one fucking point during this boxing match that they're having, the sword's in the ground, and he has the opportunity to grab it, like Ogre and whatever the fuck his name is, has the opportunity to grab the sword and fucking kill Ator. And he doesn't.
I would have been like, at least have him. He grabs the sword, but like he's not worthy, so it burns him or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, he has the opportunity, and he goes, no, I want to just really add insult to injury and beat your fucking ass with my bare hands. Like they have some fucking Scordet, you know?
It's like the dumb guy in Masked Zorro.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's facing Zorro, and the American soldier draws his revolver, and the fight should just be over now. But he tosses it off the bridge and fights him with the sword. It's like, why? Have you not seen Indiana Jones? You can just win right now.
Yeah, like, seriously, dude. Like, fucking... And this guy is, like, demonstrated as being, like, super acrobatic and everything, like, the entire movie. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's, like, the guy that's, like, the ceremonial, like, pole spinner, essentially. And, yes. Like, he's just nothing.
So, he's dead. May I say something about the magic sword? In the like, gladiator fights we see Ator here in? This sword is established to be able to cut through chains and swords. No, chains and rocks, but somehow cannot cut through other swords.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Like, how is it not able to cut through other swords?
Like, I've seen this thing cut through chains and a mountain. Like,
yeah, like,
shouldn't he swings his sword at you, you parry, you don't have half your sword anymore.
Yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be the stuff of legend. Like, come on, you can't
magic
cut
sword
through every
suck.
other sword? Yeah.
It's like, you can't be killed when you're holding it well. He seems good enough at parrying for that not to be an issue.
He's been playing a lot of Sekiro. He's been playing a lot of Shadows Die Twice. He got really good at the combo.
He's like, hey, Monk. So Monkar's like, hey, you won the tournament. Cool, you're my heir. Yeah, I don't care. I want to kill you now. It's like, yeah, exactly. All right, let's go.
Okay, so Illusion World then.
Here, behold my realm of illusion where we can do almost anything anywhere, and it's an old ruined castle.
Oh yeah, one more thing before we get to that. Just one more thing. They had the amulet just hanging in a dungeon.
Yes, and he gets the amulet.
No, but it's not even a matter of that, okay? Munkar has the goblet of magic.
Yeah,
he has the chalice of magic, whatever.
And why is he not wearing the amulet?
Yeah, exactly. He has the amulet of immortality, which he's keeping in a fucking dungeon and not wearing.
What's the point of the amulet of immortality if the sword also makes you unkillable?
No, the sword doesn't make you unkillable. It gives you like bravado. It gives you you a big dick.
But they said you can't. But Munkar said he can't be killed while he's holding the sword.
Yeah, because he's too powerful. Like he's too powerful with the sword. That's why he's too good with the sword. Like if he didn't have the sword, yeah, he's a normal guy with no sword. You know, he's unarmed. You know, the second he has the sword, though, he's too good. He's still killable, but he's too good with it to kill him. And also, he has too big of a dick.
Notable thing in the tournament. The tournament, very boring, very stupid. But there's one scene where Crazy Viking Knife Hand Man stabs a big hammer guy in the penis. So the big hammer guy hits him over the head with his hammer so hard that there is nothing left.
Yeah, and also the Knife Hand Man stabs him in the penis.
He hits him so hard, he's gone.
Yeah, I know. Also, may I add, the dungeon scene?
He Looney Tunes hammered him into the ground.
Yeah, like he brought him to like fucking hammer. He brought him into mallet space. He hammered him into mallet space. There we go.
Yeah, and in the dungeon.
Yeah, so in the dungeon, there's a man with an axe that walks up behind him and goes to try to kill him. Okay, and he drops the sword. Okay, and he manages to kill him with the other dude's sword. Right?
Oh, he also has a really, really stupid looking bow, which he uses precisely once.
Yeah, only one time. Only once. But anyways, he drops the sword. He kills the Axeman with his sword. Okay? And then he goes, "Oh, my sword, the magical sword that I dropped is down there in this tiny little hole that I could easily jump down and go get." But no, fucking Ator logic right here, you know. Just use the force and just gets the sword back into his hand.
Yeah, he can just do the
He can just do that now. Yeah, he can just do that now. You know? And he picks up the sword, he like raises the sword to the amulet, and the amulet just teleports into his hand pretty much. He doesn't like unhook it or anything. No, it just fucking falls down into his hand.
Like Avengers Mjolnir your sword back to your hand. Why did you not just do that when Munkar showed up and was like, you just throw the sword at him, and then Mjolnir, I throw the sword away, and it comes back to me. Like,
just God of War combos.
Yeah. Why not?
Because it wasn't invented yet, okay? God of War only came out like in 2010 something. 2019. Yeah. This is the 80s.
God of War came out in 2005.
No, I mean the new God of War, with the Leviathan axe that you can recall, like Thor's hammer.
I mean, Thor was throwing his hammer like in the 60s in the comics.
Yeah, but they didn't read any of those. They wanted to be too much like Berserk.
Was that how?
As Ator are to do.
Okay. So they fight. He fights Monkar in Monkar's army of shadow clones.
Yeah, exactly. They're just doing fucking Naruto bullshit. Where like the only real one has the chalice, and he shows him the chalice.
Well, it's not fair because the only real one's not even one of the group. He's still up in the castle.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one up there with the chalice in his hand, and he shows that he's the real one by holding the chalice. And it's like, ha ha ha! You'll never guess which one's the real me.
And then he kills him.
Fucking
well, he doesn't
jackass.
kill him. He takes the amulet and the cup away from him. And he's like, I have the power now. Oh, what are you going to do with the power?
Yeah, but the old lady shows up, though. The old lady shows up and, like, tells him, no, you have the power to fight it back. After the sword turns, like, all red and evil and everything, he's, like, getting corrupted by the evil power.
Yeah.
And the old lady's like, no, you have the power. And then she gets lit on fire and she screams, like, ah!
Can we point... Also, Ator does kill the pig man.
Yeah, he killed the pig man.
It's a man with no pants, blonde hair, and a magic sword fighting a pig man. Is this also Legend of Zelda?
Is this Manhunt?
No.
Are you sure it's not just James Earl Cash?
I don't think there are magic swords in Manhunt.
There should be.
Yeah, there absolutely should be. I don't think there are.
Anyway, so yeah, the old lady, she scream on fire, and then the Ator walks through the fire, and he just takes the chalice away from Munkar like he's a fucking petulant child.
May I quickly point out the weirdest credit I've ever seen in this?
What?
Boy Olmi as young man.
Young man.
There's no need
to be boy.
I say, young man. Come and eat some bok choy. I don't know. It's delicious.
Toy hoy, you're the boy.
Ahoy hoy.
Ahoy hoy. Hello, Dippener.
I have to say that a lot now. So he takes the cup and the amulet and the swords. Like with these, I have the power.
He just takes it away from him like it's a fucking it's like he's taking candy from a baby. Just straight up, just plops it out of his hand. And Molgar might as well start crying.
He holds them up and says, no more will men be slaves to this power. I use the power to undo the power.
Yeah, exactly. I will destroy the power! Because he's Prince Adam now, you know?
And I don't
As if he ever stopped being Prince Adam, but like, yeah, he's Prince Adam.
I don't understand how you can use the magic to undo the magic. Because if you use the magic to undo the magic,
power,
the magic you use to undo the magic no longer exists, so the magic still exists.
But Merrick, he is the fuck.
He created a time paradox.
He is the fuck, okay? He created the fuck.
Yes,
he created the fuck of time.
Yes, he's the Kwisatz Haderach, I know.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
And then everyone rips apart Molgar.
Yeah, he gets Mussolini.
No, Mussolini got it better than this, bro. He got fucking ripped apart, like fucking from like all fucking. He got quartered. He got drawn and quartered to the point where he fucking explodes into fucking.
Yeah,
paste.
he was tied to horses, and the horses went.
As Ator.
My horse go off.
As Ator Joe, the Deathstalker destroys the power. Because
the movie's
he is
over.
The power. And yeah, it ends with like just a flaming sword indentation on a picture of him. It's fucking terrible.
But his story is not done. Come back next time for sequel.
Yeah, this D&D campaign isn't over yet. Tune in next session for more fucking stupid, dumb fucking mongoose bullshit.
I'm sorry, if I was in a I came to a D&D, I brought a character to a D&D session and it went this insane, I'd probably never come back.
I would fucking kill myself. I would like literally just fucking commit Minecraft, okay? I wouldn't fucking care no more. I wouldn't care no more, bro.
What are you talking about?
I would commit Minecraft, you heard me. I would go commit non-alive.
You are...
What do you rate this? You gotta rate it.
I don't understand what your brain is.
Neither do I at this point. You gotta rate it, okay?
I give this... I was gonna give it the power. And say it has the power, but it just destroyed the power.
Exactly.
So this movie has no power.
Exactly. This movie is powerless.
You have no power over me.
I give it Monkar being a Montardis over Dark Souls fucking garbage full of tits and nonsense signifying nothing.
I give it... Actually, no, I'm just going to take something from it. I'm going to take its cover and apply it to something better.
I'm going to take all the best parts of this, all the parts that I thought actually could have been something, you know, the pseudo Dark Souls-esque cool stuff, okay, and apply it to something else also. Okay, and you might see like references to it in different.
Actually,
places,
I'm gonna take its poster.
In some ways.
I'm gonna take its poster. I'm gonna take the word Deathstalker off of it. Take all the words off of it and put it up on my wall.
No, that's good. That's fine. This is understandable. People are just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it's a cool D&D poster," and then you can just go, "It's not D&D."
Oh, what? It's Pathfinder then? No. It's GURPS. It's clearly GURPS.
Planescape? No.
Like, I gotta say, this isn't D&D, Deathstalker. It's GURPS.
Yeah. It's not even Wizards of the Coast, not even Wizards of the Coast.
If Deathstalker is anything, it's generic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
man.
next Friday is the 13th.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say about that.
Cool. And also, next one of these, I guess we'll see if the series is actually better or worse than Ator. What do you think, Merrick?
Well, seeing as how Ator is bad, like the first two are watchable, and then the last two are not.
This was watchable in a strange kind of way.
The best thing you can say about Ator is it's watchable.
Yeah, but I would say also this is watchable, just in a very, very different way.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You watch, like, Ator is watchable under, maybe drinking standards. This you need to be really fucking high to watch.
I mean, it's kind of, at least in this, it wasn't the hero's goal to marry his sister. That was Ator's goal in Ator.
That I will give you. Okay, his goal in this movie, DS wanted to fuck some bitches, okay?
But they were not related to him. At
Dick
the very
Strong,
least.
bro. Dick Strong, Deathstalker, okay? Dick Strong, Deathstalker.
Anyway, I've been Merrick Meadow.
And I've been Dick Strong.
No, you have not, and we'll see you next time.
I have, because the pills are now wearing off. Bye.
Bye.